I was wondering if we could start by you painting a picture of the schedule for this, because I know this was in pre-production, Breathe happened, so what exactly were you working on and when?
That's right. I mean, yes, absolutely. This film has been evolving over 4+ years, and I was involved pretty much from the beginning. So yeah, we had a kind of slight diversion with Breathe, which is a film starring Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy, and which I also scored, and that was very interesting because it was a total departure from this universe that we were occupying. But I guess it's just kind of it evolved over time, and actually in some ways I think the fact that we had a lot of time to literally take a breather from it, you know, was really good because it gave us some perspective, and so I think that really helped because at times, you know, we come back and go, actually that particular theme or that feeling, you know, maybe we can make more of that, or maybe we could take it a different direction now. So I think it was great to have that much time to play with, and a real kind of, I mean, a rare luxury, to be honest.
What was your first reaction when Andy came to you with this project? Because whenever you hear an adaptation of any kind of classic source material, I imagine it must be intimidating while also being exciting.
It was very exciting and it was intimidating, but it was also, you know, I was very excited by the fact that he was going back to the original source material, and so it was a chance to really explore everything away from the association of Disney, which I love. I mean, everyone loves the Louis Prima songs and loves that original kind of cartoon, but it was great to kind of really explore a universe in a fresh way, and yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, it just felt like a great experience, and it continued to be during the course of it.
Did you have any specific influences that kind of shaped what you were doing on this? Because I'm a big horror genre lover, and there's some really deep tones in this that they're chilling. Yeah,
I mean, I'm a big horror lover as well, but I think I wasn't consciously thinking that way. I think the material, the original material, is very dark, and that's why I think some people find it confusing. But if you think about Andy and the kind of movies he's associated with Lord of the Rings or Planet of the Apes and so on, it's not the kind of movie you shouldn't expect from Andy. But I also think it can be tricky for people to accept a very different kind of telling of the story they kind of know.
That's understandable, but I feel like we're in an age where there's so many adaptations and different interpretations, and it winds up just spreading the love for something that maybe someone wasn't exposed to before.
Well, I loved it. I mean, I loved kind of getting into the darkness of Shere Khan and getting into this universe which felt savage and brutal and visceral and kind of real. And you know, the feeling is, I mean, quite a few times you're jumping out of your skin because you're kind of terrified for Mowgli, and you should be. You're in the jungle with a kid who's kind of exposed to the elements and caught between two worlds, the world of men and animals, and to try to capture that, you know, it couldn't be a prettified kind of score. You know, I mean, Andy got really into the heart of the material, and I think you know, that's what I love about his work. I mean, he wants things to be authentic, and also there was an opportunity to bring in Indian classical influences and so on. You know, writing the song, for example, I also thought it'd be important to keep it in the same universe because that comes up in the end credits. And so for me, it was important that we don't break that spell, because he creates a spell during the course of this, which is very powerful. And quite often I'll go to see movies and I'll think, what's that song got to do with what I've just watched? And so for me, I used the same melody, a lot of the influences are the same, instrumentation, and a great singer called Kara Marni, whose voice is quite epic and quite powerful, but she's only 20 years old. And so it was important to me to kind of really keep us in the universe of this film all the way through to the last moment of the credits.
To wrap this up now, I love hearing about, I guess, kind of the unsung hero of a movie, because so many people are involved in making every single movie. So from your specific department, if you want someone's work to be out there and someone to know someone's name, who would you pick?
Wow.
Okay. I'm sure there are many people, but... Yeah,
I think, to be honest with you, there were so many stars of the film in terms of all of the work that was done. But I guess for me, it would be... I mean, that's really difficult. I would say Kara Marni, who actually sung the song, just because she's a young person who had to jump in from scratch, and she had to really try to capture a feeling and really kind of own, a whole theme that I'd kind of evolved over years, and she had to make it feel like it was her own. So, I mean, ironically, the unsung hero is the singer. So there you go.